Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the format of profits and gains from business or profession, which is 5th unit in the income tax syllabus. First of all, we should take net profit as per profit and loss account. You will be given a question. In that you will be given net profit. As it is given in the sum, you have to take net profit. Even if it is a loss, you have to take it as net loss and show it as a negative figure. You need to remember certain adjustments that are to be made in the net profit. Certain things we have to add in this profit. Number 1, expenses disallowed but debited to P&L account. There are certain expenses which are not allowed, but if those expenses are debited to P&L account, we have to add back those. Because what happens after deducting disallowable expenses is your profit shows less. Therefore, to arrive to the actual profit, you have to add back all the disallowable expenses which are debited to profit and loss. Some example of disallowable expenses which are debited to P&L account is donation. Donations to the political party or donation to any charitable trust is not allowed. Therefore, if donation is shown to debit side of profit and loss account, that has to be disallowed, which is disallowed. That means you have to add back the amount of donation to the net profit. Second thing you need to add to net profit is income relating to business but not credited to P&L account. Sometimes what happens is that the income which is related to business but by mistake it is not shown to P&L account credit side. In that case, you have to add back that income by which you get the actual profit. Example of this is, suppose you have received some trade discount. Trade discount is the income that you have earned. And if that is not shown to credit side of P&L account, then you should add back to the net profit. Next item to be added is expenses debited to P&L account in excess of the limit. If there are certain expenses which are limited, for example, depreciation. You record depreciation for assets, let us take example 50,000 rupees, but as per income tax, you should be taking the depreciation 25,000 rupees. So the amount of depreciation debited to P&L account is 50, but maximum limit is 25,000. In that case, rupees 25,000 is the excess amount of depreciation which is debited to P&L account. Therefore, your net profit shows 25,000 rupees less because you have debited excess amount of depreciation. Now, you should add back the amount of excess depreciation to arrive back to the normal profit or actual profit. Next is, if amount of opening stock is overvalued. If the amount of opening stock is overvalued, then your profits will be shown less. Therefore, to arrive to the actual profit, you should add back the amount of opening stock which is overvalued. For example, the actual amount of opening stock is 20,000 and you have valued and taken it as 22,000. The actual amount of opening stock is 20, you have taken it as 22,000. That means you have overvalued opening stock by 2,000 rupees. Now here you should add only the amount which is overvalued, that is 2000 rupees. You should not add 22, but you should add only amount of opening stock which is overvalued. On the other hand, if you have taken the amount of closing stock undervalued, in that case you should add only the amount which is undervalued. So in net profit we are going to add 5 important things. One is expenses disallowed but debited to P&L account. Second, income relating to business but not credited to profit and loss account. Third, expenses debited to P&L account in excess of the limit. Fourth, amount of opening stock overvalued. And fifth, amount of closing stock undervalued. After adding all the items, the total is taken, and from this total we have to deduct certain items, and they are incomes credited to P&L account. This is the first item we have to deduct it. Incomes credited to P&L account but exempted. There are certain incomes which are exempted in nature, but you have credited it to profit and loss account of the business. So that income has to be deducted because that is not the income related to business. Second, income credited to P&L account but taxable under other heads. If business organization has credited any income which is taxable to other head than the business, example, salary, house property, capital gain or other sources income are credited to business income in the profit and loss account of the business, then that has to be deducted. Third is expenses allowed but not debited to P&L account. If any of the expenses which are related to the business, which are allowed in nature but they are not debited to P&L account, then those expenses need to be deducted, means they are to be minus from the net profit. Next, amount of opening stock undervalued. In case of amount of opening stock undervalued, we have to less it, wherein in case of opening stock overvalued, we added it. Similar way, amount of closing stock overvalued has to be deducted, wherein the amount of closing stock undervalued was added in the net profit. Now, net profit, add 5 items, total it, less these 5 items, whatever balance that remains is known as income from business or profession.